Hi, it's me, Julie Conrad, intuitive healer and teacher, coming to you with an energy alignment for back pain. So this was another request from one of my subscribers and watchers. I really appreciate that. So let's see what we can do to assist relieving back pain. I think it's really common. I actually have had some thoracic back pain, a little bit of lumbar too. So might be all the yard work, but let's just see what we can do to really free up that energy and help us feel great in our bodies. I'm using trilogy alignment, which is why I'm muscle checking and looking at my chart while I talk. And of course, it's Reiki infused. As a Reiki master teacher, it's in everything I like to do. So we're going to release the feeling of being stuck or indecisive, along with trapped feeling of bitterness. So nice, big, deep breaths for me. I'm just going to lay my hands on your low back. Breathe really deeply, releasing that feeling of being stuck or indecisive and trapped feeling of bitterness. Let it all go. Nice big exhales. You're doing great. Maybe you can imagine your low back softening. Imagine the space around your muscles softening and your fascia releasing. Good. Nice deep breath. If your legs are crossed, you can just uncross them. Feel that energy move down into the low back and hips. I'm gonna muscle check with just one finger, but while I hold your low back here and pain drain, I'm gonna pain drain, actually I'm being told to hold low back and thoracic kind of mid back, right in between the shoulder blades, right below them to the lumbar spine. So I'm gonna hold like that while I see what else, but I'm gonna pain drain that tightness, stiffness, discomfort, and we're going to release trapped feeling of dread along with anxiety, okay? So I'm going to continue to drain as we release trapped feelings of dread and anxiety. Big, big breaths. And wherever you're having discomfort or pain in your back, I want you to imagine it as an ice cube. I want you to imagine it just starting to melt in your back, softening. That there's a warmth flowing in, and that you're softening. It's just trapped energy. If we just change our perspective a little, that pain is a ball of energy that's like ice, and as we warm it up, it can just soften and melt, and we can let that energy recirculate through our bodies so that we feel great in our bodies. There go the emotions. You're doing great. Continue to just let that melt right out. I'm going to align the lungs for improved breath and release. You know, the breath is our fastest way to control the mind, to calm the body. So take some big breaths as I really align the lungs, the back of them and the front. But, you know, the back of the lungs go all the way down your back behind your rib cage. So let's really release that tightness and tension from the lungs. Let them expand. Can you imagine your lungs expanding in all the directions, up and down, side to side, and front and back here as I pain drain and release and align the lungs. And you continue to let that ice melt out wherever you're having pain. While we do this, I'm going to release trapped feeling of shock. Just close your eyes. Really feel into wherever that tightness and resistance is. And I want you to imagine that you can accept it, acknowledge it, and then just let it melt down and out. Like ice melting on a hot summer day. And release trapped feeling of despair now. Continuing with your breath, letting it go. Stop feeling of addiction. See what I get with that. To frustration. Addiction to frustration, which I know sounds ridiculous, but the brain likes what's familiar. Frustration winds us up, and frustration is when we've passed the point of like anger and we've kind of come to the conclusion we're frustrated because there's nothing we can do about it, which is makes us feel a bit hopeless, like things aren't going to change. So let's release that addiction to frustration and the tightness, constriction that it can bring. And if you're thinking, I'm not addicted to frustration, that's fine. Just let it go anyway, because the brain is kind of funny if we get stuck in a cycle and we think about that same thing that's bothersome, that's frustrating us, then a little bit we are. So just acknowledging it and letting it melt right out. You've got this. You're doing so good. I'm hoping that there's an ease starting to move into the back. Now we're going to align to spirit of vitality. I'm going to hold your shoulders because I'm going to run energy right into the tops of your shoulders, these points that get so tight. And I'm going to rinse down your back with strength and stamina and vitality and stability. Feel it like a little golden waterfall rinsing down any remaining tightness or pain or tension down the back as we align to vitality and strength. This golden light just rinsing kind of like right down the back. Maybe you can imagine it as standing in a waterfall of golden rain that just pouring right down the back, rinsing it and realigning it to something better, to vitality. That's lovely. So I calm down your energy field. I'm going to strengthen your Wei Qi, that golden bubble of protection to the back, strengthening it, protecting it from injury. And I'm getting that's most what we need today to help improve our back, the strength, the stability, relieve pain. I hope this really helps you. Please share it with someone that you know who does suffer with some back pain, and I hope it helps them as well. Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment, let me know, like it, subscribe. It's all my love language, words of affirmation. And be sure to leave a comment if this helps you, or if there's another energy alignment that you need. I'm happy to record it in an upcoming week. Thank you.